Hi everyone, this is Bori. Let me turn off this sound. Good night, this is Bori, and I am here for a video response to faythchik77's challenge to create a spool. And she had two different types of challenge. You could either create one your style spool, or you had the second part, the second challenge, where you had to create a spool and you had some rules to follow, including that it be shabby chic. It had to have a stick pin. It had to have the color cream somewhere in it, and it needed to have a stick pin at least. So I chose the second challenge, and I hope it was a challenge. I've never done anything like this before, so I hope you all like it. I made the spool myself. I just used some cardboard or chipboard, like you guys call it, and I made a circle, and then the top and the bottom I used some old CDs and covered it with this romance novel paper pack. Just I love this paper. It's really beautiful. So I covered the CDs with this. I covered the spool with this, and then instead of using laces, I used some lace and I used some of my favorite rosettes, because it is something that I like, is that you get to keep it for yourself. So I like that idea. So anyway, I used the romance novel paper pack, and let me show you what I did. Just be kind. I've never done this before. And here's my spool. As you can see, I made this myself. These are two old CDs that I had, and I just covered it with the romance novel paper. And I didn't put anything on the edge because I wanted the shabby rosettes cover most of it, so I wanted some of the paper to show. But I used a CD for the top and for the bottom. And where do I start? Okay, let me start with the top here. I used a lot of my favorite things here to put at the top. This is a little cameo that I had gotten. I believe I got this from either Jessie, or I think it may have been from, I don't remember. So I put my little cameo there. It's like a light cream color. Then I made this little flower. This camera is even worse, I think. And I created this flower with this trim that I got from Jamie. And then I got a little crochet flower that I had gotten from, I think it was, I don't remember. And then another shabby rosette, so it's a triple flower. And then continue with my favorite things. I had gotten this bauble from Paula, who is V Paula. Here, this little flower I got from Lydia. I think this is one of my favorite things, because these are some things that people have given me, these wonderful ladies here on YouTube. Then one of this shabby rose from Lavish Laces. And then the stick pins. I made this stick pin, and this stick pin I got from Lydia in Iraq. I triple dug dare you. Thank you, Lydia. Love this stick pin, so I put it there. And this is some lace that I bought here at there's a little store here that sells some pretty laces. This flower I made from an old curtain panel that I got at the thrift store, and I had bought these centers on eBay. I think I bought them on eBay. And then as I go around here, this is a little piece from the collection. I cut it out and I frayed the edges and used some frayed burlap to stress it. You can barely see it, but there's a little flower here that I had gotten here locally. This is some vintage lace. It's a cream colored vintage lace, and I made a bow there, and it has a little bling that I had gotten from eBay. But this lace I got from Lydia. I triple dug dare you. I got also from Lydia this little spool, and I put some vintage ribbon around it. And then I think that's it for the top. And this little bird, and there's a little bird's nest in there. So very, very cute. Those I got from Betsy's Craft here on YouTube on a swap we did. So, and this bauble I got from Paula, I think I said that already. And this trim that I use at the top of the spool, It's a beautiful, like dangly, beautiful trim. I got this from Betsy's Craft. Put it all around it just to make it a little bit more shabby. So there is my cream. I also forgot to mention there's my clock, Linda. There's my clock. What I did is I put some glossy accents, and then I don't know if you can see the glitter, but I added some glitter dust to it to make it a little bit shiny. So that is the top of my lace roll. And then I put 3 rows. The first row is some of my favorite rosette from Lavish Laces, and each one is held together by a stick pin, so I made this stick pin here to add it to that. And then as you open this, you have also my favorite things. There's a bird cage, and I got this from Betsy. There is a little seashell there that I picked up at the beach here, a little flower that I bought and I altered. This is a little, I got these from Julie the Paperback Lady, and I bought the little flower in the center. I bought that from Lily Lineca. And this flower I also got from Betsy. And then this is a cameo. I had bought this at Michael's, and that is my first rosette, the first row. Okay, and I think there's a little bit more here. I made it is not falling apart, but this I made a little bow here, and I also added another little wooden spoon that I had gotten from my friend I Triple Dog Dare You, Lydia, and then another flower there. And then I've always said that I want to visit Paris someday, so I have this Eiffel Tower. I didn't even remember where I got it, and there's another little rosette there. So this is the first one. This is all the stuff that I put. I call it the row of my favorite things. Everything here I really, really love. The beach is a part of who I am. The bird cages, my mom loves birds, so it reminds me of her. The second row I did another little stick pin here. And then I used this beautiful cream lace. I love this lace. I was hoarding it. And this lace is from Lavish Laces. And then once again, I put some of my favorite things in here. And this is some applique that I had gotten on eBay. And I sprayed a little bit of Lindy's Stamp Gang on it, just to give it a little bit of shimmer. This is some trim from Lavish Laces with a little bling button from eBay. There's another applique there that there's a little flower. I got that from Betsy's. Then there is this little flower that I put there. I had gotten this from my niece. I don't know where she got it. My 7-year-old niece Jillian. I've done videos with her. She found this little flower and she brought it for me, so I put it in there and put a little flat back pearl. Here's another, oh Lord, here is another piece of applique here, and here is just a piece of rose that I cut, another applique lace there, and I mean it just goes on and on. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I had made it so long. And then there's another piece. There is another piece here of the collection that I added there. So that is my second row of some of my favorite things. Oh, and I do want to point out that the center I covered from some vintage. It's a vintage curtain that I had bought. I think it was from Lavish Laces. She was selling some vintage material that she had bought, and I had gotten that from her. So that is the second row of my favorite things on my lace roll. And then the third one, here is the stick pin that I made to hold it together. It's my first one, so please be patient. I am trying. See if I can get these on this side. And here again, I use this shabby. Oh, I don't think I showed you, but the first one, I just use a row of this shabby flower from Lavish Laces. Beautiful shabby colors in it. I love, love, love this shabby flower. So that's what I use for the second one. Like I said, I use this beautiful lace that I got from Lavish Laces, and then I lined the inside with another piece of vintage lace that I think I got this from Marilyn G. So that's the second row, and then the third row I use this another shabby rose. It's from Lavish Laces, and I put a little flat back pearl on each one of these rosettes just to give it a little bit of blingy there. On the inside I use this beautiful lace from Lavish Laces. I don't know if you can see it. It's beautiful, beautiful piece of lace. I lined the inside, and then once again I just put a few of my favorite things in there. Little flower, got this also from Betsy. I put some Recollections bling there, and there's a little postage from the collection because I love to travel. A little bling right there, and then I had gotten this from Betsy also. It's a little birdie. I think it's supposed to be a clip. And then here's some seam binding. I made a little bow, and then I had a little heart, pearly heart, and a piece of button, bling button. I think I got those on eBay. And I added another bling here in the center. This, I call this my blingy row because it has a lot of bling. I do love bling. Some other pieces from the collection here, and just some more bling in there. So all three of them have, and I love it because all three of them are me in a row. These are all things that I absolutely love. I love vintage lace. I love my beaches. I love flowers. I know I love traveling, cameos. I love the paper collection. I love appliques, Lindy Stangan, and I spray most of them. I love Lavish Laces trims, so I use a lot of her trims there. This trim, and I love, this is my favorite lace, and what I've been hoarding it, but what better way to use it than in a project that you get to display in your office. And I have to say, even my mom, who she doesn't really watch videos or anything, she was like, "Ooh, that is very pretty." So anyways, let me show you the top one more time. Okay, thank you, Lydia, for that stick pin. Oh, there is another thing right here in this little corner. That is a glass knob, beautiful glass knob that I had gotten from Marilyn G. I had won one of her challenges, and she sent me a bunch of stuff, and added to it was that beautiful knob, and I decided to use it since it has my favorite things in it. Okay, so anyway, let me just show you again. This is the top. There's the clock, Linda. There's the stick pin. There's the cream color, and definitely all of my favorite things. So this is my entry, my video response. I do hope you guys like. Comment if you wish, and go ahead. I'm gonna put the link to Linda's challenge down below, so you can go ahead and participate. I think you have until November 4th, so I just want to roll it so you can see that it is a roll and that it will stand. So we roll this. And just thank you all for watching. Leave a comment. Please be kind. Remember, it's my first time making any kind of roll. So I just wanted to show you, just wanted to share, and I just wanted to enter the challenge, especially because you get to keep your creation and you get to use your favorite things and display them in your own crafting space. So anyway, my stick pins refuse to stay on the project. Here they are. And you all, thank you so much for watching. Have a good night, and bye.